Hey everyone, today we are going to build an API flow using a for loop with HawkClient. First, we make a call to the user's API to fetch the list of users. Then, using a for loop, we go through each users in that list. For each user, we send a request to the post API using their user ID to get all their associated posts. Let's execute this flow first. So we can see this is the user's API with an array. For each user ID, we are going to iterate and we are going to make a call to the post API. So we can see this till the length of this till user ID 10, we are getting the post API executed. Let's see how it works. So first we added a start node using this, and we can decide whether we want to traverse as BFS or DFS. We can give the name. After that, we can add a request node using this add request button. Select the collection and pick the request from that collection which we want to execute. Under the flow variables in the post response, we are going to set the response.body under flow store with this key user array. So we are accessing a response.body and storing this in flow store, which is a runtime store available to the flow during the runtime. Now in the for loop, we are accessing this user array, which is set in previous step, and we are iterating over there. And under a for loop, we have access to these two variables, item and index. For this, we are setting item.id as user ID under the flow store. So we can see the response of this user's API, where we have under each index, we have an object which have this field ID as well, which we are setting here as user ID. Then we are calling this post API. Here under pre-request, we can select the variables which will be accessible to this API. We can either pick from flow store or we can select them manually. So if we set them manually, we have to give the value here. As we are picking this from flow store, the value will be set dynamically. This is the uh, value that is being sent from for. So let's execute this. So we can see we have 3 test cases for this. We can see whether they have passed or failed. And for this post, we have written only one test case, and this is being getting executed for each user ID. So that's it for this demo. Thanks everyone.